We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knockem Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. We're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
You go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouses.
Comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. It's a scripted show because there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie.
Right.
It's a comedy. It's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed,
right.
And then the audience has to figure out who did it and why. And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries? Or
Yeah, they solve it.
All by themselves.
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's
and,
fun.
So we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go,
always.
Everybody loves that show.
The audience they just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside from mystery.
we do game shows. Oh, the game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically
Like
a trivia game show, or it could be, again, we ad-lib with that too. So they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges or do some karaoke or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do. We'll take it there.
Yeah.
What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
What letter comes after A? Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's two shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a redneck wedding, which is just
I'll have to come see that one.
You're welcome anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even brought you a shirt.
Growing up in St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did.
Hey!
That you will wear everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knockem Comedy.
Oh, that's great.
Can I
Knockem
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like
Thanks,
you're drinking something.
I'm having fun on the set.
We actually do put water in it when guests ask.
Just
we
not
do, but
this
if you
guest,
but if you don't ask ahead of time, wait, this one's full of water. You ready?
Nice.
1, 2, 3. All right, there you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Okay, we'll just do that for now.
Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around. Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
To Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warms up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Hi, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast, coming at you live from Gov's Comedy Club Podcast here at the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. And, of course, you also have the brokerage in Belmore and McGuire's in Bohemia. Go to govs.com to find out the schedule and make your reservations, like Eleanor Kerrigan playing here at the club in Levittown New Year's Eve. Bob Levy is playing, I think, the brokerage. Kevin Brennan is playing the McGuire's for New Year's. Of course, they're closed for Christmas. This Thursday, I believe they're open for some comedy shows. Go to govs.com. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com and book yourself a fun murder mystery or a game show. I'm trying to get to the ads as quickly as I can here. Don't forget, where is it? Right over there. Please like and share the show. Everybody's looking. It's just the graphics. See, look up there. See above your head on the screen?
No.
On the screen. Right here. Right above your head. I'm pointing to that. Please share our show on all your social media places. Okay, and then last announcement right there. Right there. Look at our beautiful studio. We have monitors, we have microphones, we have cameras, we have a carpet, we have graphics, we have Zoom, we have all sorts of cool stuff. If you would like to get yourself some studio time, whether you'd like to start your own podcast or you want to do some kind of private thing or whatever it is you want to do, where you need phone calls and microphones and cameras and all that good stuff, contact us. Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. That's the name of the YouTube channel. That's the name of the Facebook page. Contact us through our Facebook page, and we'll hook you up with some cool stuff. And there you go. Let's see. Elizabeth Batterpete, good morning. Good morning. Ken Pichelle is watching. Hi, Ken Pichelle. Merry Christmas, Ken, to you and your family. Hello, Kirsten. Kirsten and Liz will be here on Thursday. We're looking forward to that. And it's Tuesday Trivia. We'll get to the Tuesday Trivia in a few minutes. But first, we're going to say hi to Lisa Malazzi. Hi, Lisa Malazzi.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I'm putting on my radio voice.
Do you have a radio voice?
No. I have the thickest Long Island accent.
No, you do not. No, you don't at all.
You have a good radio voice.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have a radio face.
that would be
you
me.
don't want a radio face.
That would be me.
No, you're so cute, baby.
No.
Lisa and I go back.
Don't say how many years.
Okay, yeah, it's something like
1,000
that.
years.
I came this close to digging up footage from high school shows and was going to play it, and I figured now she would kill me.
No, I wouldn't kill you.
Really?
Maim you.
Oh, okay.
No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. We'll do it again if you want another time. I brought I had the yearbook and I forgot to bring it.
Oh, did
yours
you?
from
Oh,
your-
you had my yearbook.
Yeah, so
oh, okay.
I have
Lisa's a year behind me.
Oh, okay.
So Sally's a Hicksville graduate, 84.
I'm
She's
older.
so much older than
I'm
us.
older.
84,
You guys are just
88,
babies.
89.
We look older.
Yeah, I still get carded.
We did in school. We did a show of Brighton Beach Memoirs. We did, and which you were fantastic in. Actually, I got to be honest. I think I was the only. No, me and Rob Allen. We were the only newbies in that show. The rest of you guys were like seasoned veterans for school plays.
No. Well, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
a little bit. You were great.
No, I watched. I can't
had
even watch
two
it.
lines.
No, you didn't. You played the little sister.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with Brighton Beach Memoirs, Eugene. So you had the two cousins. Eugene was was jerking off to his one cousin. You were the little sister of the one he was jerking off to. But you played like this, like the innocent little kid. Oh, I thought you nailed it. You, the two Jennifers, and Suzanne. I thought the four of you nailed that role. I remember watching you guys and just being in awe. And,
The set was phenomenal too.
Yes.
We had a set builder and
Mr. Quinlan.
Mr. Quinlan.
He actually built us a house.
I had Mr. Quinlan in elementary school as a gym teacher, and he was like my favorite. Like
Such a sweet
like when
man.
I found out he died, I cried.
Oh yeah.
I just loved him.
He was
like the guy on the playground. You know, we're playing
What?
kill the guy and stuff.
What?
What?
The guy on the playground.
Don't even bring
Yeah.
it there.
I know,
Do
that's-
not.
that's a
The guy allowed on the playground.
Yeah.
And what killed the guy? What he used
You
to?
never played
Well, he
kill
was a
the guy?
coach. No.
We're like whoever has the ball. Whoever has the ball.
Oh, kill the guy with the ball.
Yeah,
Oh.
and whoever has the ball, you like go get the ball. Where they have to like tackle them and.
So
maim
you used
them.
to tackle Mr. Quinlan?
No, but he was the guy that would like try to keep us all alive.
Aw. Well, I didn't play that.
You never played kill the guy?
No, but
what kind of elementary school in Hicksville did you guys grow up in?
Where'd you go, Willett?
Yes.
Yeah, I went
You
to
would take-
Dutch.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was at Woodland. In fact, I was like, I have to pass through Hicksville to go to physical therapy. And so I go up at my house sometimes if I'm early. And I was at Woodland Avenue the other
Weirdo.
day. And I was trying to like see from afar. Because, you know, like as an adult, you can't go on a children's school grounds.
No.
Without getting, arrested. But I was trying to see because there's this place where the brick was like etched out. And so every time you played handball and the handball ended up on the roof, you'd have to wait till the end of school.
Right.
And then you'd like climb up the bricks to get it. And I was trying, and I think they fixed it. So I'm like bummed. I'm like, how do you get things off the roof now?
So, did you enjoy Hicksville?
Yes.
Yeah, I always say I loved growing up in Hicksville. Wouldn't
Very
change
much.
it for the world.
Wouldn't
I
either.
loved it. Yeah.
I have to give you a little fun fact.
Oh, I'd love fun fact.
I was reading an article in like one of these penny savers, quick, and Billy Joel. They interviewed him about his songbook, like the Beatles. Or am I going to sell my songbook?
Oh yeah. All these people selling their catalogs.
Their
yeah.
catalogs. That's it. And he
Springsteen
said,
just did it for $500 million.
Wow.
Yep.
That's so. They asked Billy Joel, "Would you do it for how much?" He said, "I really can't. It's like my children.
Right.
It would be like selling my kids.
Yeah.
He said, "But I have to say, if they offered me $1 billion, I don't know if I could say no. I'm just a guy from Levittown." I was like, "Whoa, hold that thought, Levittown.
Mm-hmm.
You won't even say Hicksville."
No.
Yep.
I think it's the word. I think it.
Do you
like,
think that's what it is?
Yeah,
A stigma?
Because
Yeah.
I know, when I lived in I lived in California and Colorado and Massachusetts, and like when you say I'm from Hicksville, like you have to explain, and sometimes it's so draining. You don't want to explain that I didn't grow up on a farm,
Right.
Like they don't understand. Like
It
what
was
is
Valentine Hicks? over the railroad.
Yeah,
Right,
so you just don't
right.
want to explain. But when you say the word Levittown, everyone knows Levitt houses because it's been popularized,
Right.
From
Right,
celebrities
from a
that grew
historical
up here.
standpoint,
Yes.
right? So it's easier
After
to just
the war, they built the house.
right
Yeah.
to give you more of an
Everyone knows
understanding where
what
it
it
was.
is.
Right.
So I don't think he's bothered
He-
by it. He just doesn't want. He's sick of the conversation.
Well, I
I
actually
could-
saw him. I've seen some of those Q&As that he does. He goes around to colleges and stuff, and he does a Q&A. And I forget where it was, but somebody asked him that. Why do you always say Levittown instead of Hicksville? And that's exactly what he said. He goes, just to give, it's so that.
You win, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, me and Billy Joel had the same life. But it is.
It's
it drains
true.
you because then, you might want to finish this great conversation. Now it's different.
Now it's all
and
about.
you just now, and you could see them think. Even if they don't ask, you could see them thinking they're not paying attention anymore.
Yeah.
So I know, it's exactly that.
It's weird.
But being from that town and being proud of our guy, we want him to say Hicksville.
I do.
Yep, absolutely.
We performed some choral thing that we were in. And I really wish I had that yearbook because there's pictures of you singing. It's just great.
Oh, yes.
He thinks he doesn't have a good voice.
He does.
No.
He does.
He really
He's
does.
not like one of those. Oh, you should make an album. But it's a
It's a
good
good karaoke.
Solid,
It's a solid
it's
karaoke.
a good solid. Plus, it's lower.
Is that a compliment?
Yes.
Were you a part of that Billy Joel thing?
Yes,
You
so
sang
that's
in the studio on Leningrad? No. Oh, you weren't a part of that.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't part of the cool crowd there. But I remember he came onto the stage. That one when we were announced. I don't know. Were you? Yes.
I went because, and that's the reason Billy was there, because it was Mr. Arnold's last show. He was
Yes.
retiring. So I went. Nobody knew Billy Joel was coming. I went to support Mr. Arnold.
I had no idea.
Nobody
we
knew.
all
And-
flipped out.
yeah,
Billy Joel
he-
just walks out after our performance. I mean, you
Yep.
can imagine being a high
Yeah.
school kid and Billy Joel
And you
walks
know
out.
him because we all bought all of his albums.
We
But you guys, I remember you guys weren't done. He came out, he
No.
gave a speech, and then he just sat down on an empty seat in the auditorium and watched the rest of the show.
And I think we sang Bohemian Rhapsody, if I'm not.
No,
really?
That's
Yeah.
hard.
It was. So I was like, why is Mr. Arnold making us sing this?
Yeah, why?
It was like torture.
Don't you like me anymore?
Don't you like us? And now I know.
I remember doing that too, but at the time, I'm sure it's probably changed, but at the time, the only choral book with all the notes, the music book, the only one he could find was for girls. So he made all us guys, we had to sing all these higher notes.
you would be able to do that.
He didn't transpose it. He didn't,
And
he
this
didn't
is high
fix it.
school?
Yeah, this was my senior year.
Yes.
And we did
Yes.
that song.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was
good
awful.
times.
Like, Mr. Arnold, my balls dropped. Don't make me do this.
I didn't know he did that.
Why were you not? What, did I drop my balls? You
No,
know I did that?
Mr. Arnold made you.
Oh, yeah.
Suck them back in. if you will.
You weren't. I'm surprised you weren't a part of that group of kids who went. So
I think it was the Madrigals.
You weren't a part of the Madrigals?
No, I was a thespian, and let's just get that straight.
Thespian.
Thespian, everybody.
There's nothing wrong with either one. I'm a lesbian. I love women.
Yeah.
Right. So to explain. Yeah, we all went to the same high school as Billy Joel. In '89, when he put out the Stormfront album, there's a song on there called Leningrad, which is about the Russian guy, the friend he made when he went to Russia, Victor, who's a friend of mine actually. I'm friends with him on Facebook and Instagram, and we've had plenty of conversations. Nice guy. Anyway, so when he was recording the song Leningrad, he brought in members of Hicksville High School Chorus to sing background. If you look at the liner notes, it says, Chuck Arnold and Hicksville High School Chorus or Madrigals, whatever it says. And that was '89, the year you graduated, so I just assumed you were one of them. How are you not one of them?
Never assume. He didn't really particularly like me.
Who? Mr. Arnold?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I think you think a lot of people don't like you when they do. Oh, look, Matt Grice wrote in. And actually, Matt, Tony just figured this out like 2 weeks ago.
What's that?
He said the yearbooks are all scanned on the Hicksville Library website.
Oh, I didn't figure that out.
I didn't know that.
My brother told me. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what isn't, Matt, and this really bothers me. None of the junior high ones are. I don't have my junior high yearbook. I can't
do.
find it. I don't have
yours,
mine.
though.
I know, and I even looked at what's that site? I tried to find, and there were other.
You should contact the high school.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know
Are
where
you
it is.
sure
Like,
you want to find it though? Because I can't wait to see that picture, and I'm gonna have a field day.
yeah, I know.
Don't worry, I have his.
Oh,
I'll
I have
give it to you.
I have
Oh,
it.
you do?
Oh
I
yeah,
have it.
we look at it all the time.
Oh, you know what's particularly politically correct is the yearbook photo of buckwheat.
But I wasn't doing that.
No, but it's not
He is
you.
not a racist.
No. The fact that the yearbook committee just decided that was going to be their showpiece.
Yeah.
Well, that was me. I was on the yearbook staff for a short time, and I just brought that poster and hung it without asking anybody. In 8th grade, I had a lot of hair, and man, it was bad hair. But I had a lot of hair, and I used to
grew up.
Yeah, like a chia pet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And but for Halloween, I think I was in 8th grade. I actually put it
Teased
up,
it out.
Yeah, and left, and I think we may have hairsprayed it. I'm not sure, but to keep it up. And I dressed up as Buckwheat for Halloween. I didn't do blackface or anything like that. There was nothing racial about it.
No,
I was
not at
just,
all.
I was a huge Little Rascals
you're a
guy. I'm
huge
still a
Little
huge Little
Rascal
Rascals
fan.
guy.
He is.
In 1991, I met Spanky. I swear to God, it was like meeting Santa Claus. It was like
We all heard about it forever.
So the name
Clearly.
Buckwheat, the name just stuck. That became my nickname in high school.
It was.
So yeah, so when I was on the yearbook staff, I had this big. It was a big poster of Buckwheat, a big close up of his face. I hung it on the wall, and there's a picture in the yearbook of me standing in front of it, going like this, and it even says something about Tony Walker's namesake or something.
Yep.
And yeah, it is kind of weird to think about that now that it's.
Sorry. You were so worried about bringing up stuff about me. I'm just throwing this.
Yeah, right now I'm thinking, what
Sally,
did
I
Lisa do?
refused to call him Buckwheat. I'm just saying. I just was like, no.
Even then?
Yes, I did.
Really? I never even realized that.
No, I was way too prim and proper.
Notice I'm laughing. Oh, no, yes, you were. You were prim and proper. Wow. Yeah, see, I never even realized. You never, ever called me that.
Never. And I won't.
Wow.
I didn't think you looked like him. I mean, that was it. There was I was like, I don't know what everyone else sees.
Well, yeah.
And your love of the Little Rascal, I was like, oh, God, enough.
He still will bring it out on TV. Like, we have a friend from England who'd never heard of it. And so Tony was like, oh, you haven't heard of the Little Rascals? So he makes this poor man sit there. And the whole time.
Oh, stop. They're like 10 minutes each episode. They're nothing.
It was longer. And,
no, it wasn't.
And he's sitting there like this. He's like.
And at the end, he just looks at me and goes, oh, I just don't get it, mate.
Well, you told him, and you have Benny Hill, so yeah,
Right.
That's
and
true.
Monty Python, which we love.
That's good stuff.
Which is good stuff, but
Actually-
not everybody gets it.
Little Rascal's good. But
It's good, but for like 10 minutes. It's like the Three Stooges. Men
Yeah.
love that, and I
don't like the Three
I don't like
Stooges.
them as much as I used to. When I was a kid, I used to love it. Now I'm like, there's nothing smart. There's nothing funny. They're just beating each other up.
The mom in me comes out. I'm like, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, I'm like, this isn't fun and games anymore. Literally, somebody gets poked in the eye constantly.
Well, you had you still do have the coolest parents. Like
Yes.
the place to hang out was your house.
Yes, I want you to meet them. You would love them.
Yeah, and her mother worked at the high school for a while.
Nothing like going to high school when your mom works there.
Yeah, I bet. Was she really? Did she always keep an eye on you? She always knew where you were, what you were doing.
I tried to dodge that a lot. There was no cell phone, so thankfully that was. But it was good for lunch money. That was about it. She did keep tabs. She was like, "Where were you, 5th period?" Because she did attendance.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Could you like make out with a boyfriend in the hallway, or would
No,
mom
I
be?
did
All of a
get-
sudden, you get the shoulder.
I did get called out on that once.
Really?
One of the teachers said something.
There were a couple of teachers that like
rats.
could not stand that.
Yeah.
Which teacher ratted you out?
I can't even remember who it was. It may have been Mr. Palmieri.
Oh,
well, he was a dean, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or an assistant principal, one of those. So that kind of makes sense. He'd rat you out.
Sort of, but
Kinda.
it was like, if she weren't here, she never would have known about
That's
that.
right.
And
That's taking advantage, Mom.
Who was the teacher? I think he was a history teacher. He was really thin.
Mr. Dean,
No.
the one that used to hide in the trees.
Nope. And he had those glasses on that, like when you go outside, it goes to like sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
Do you
we
know
had
what I mean?
transitionals?
Yeah.
Wow.
Even back then.
Wow.
And,
we were poor. There was
mustache.
no.
I wish you brought your, because you'll know him immediately. But he used to like yell at my cousin all the time for making out with her boyfriend in the
Mr.
hallway.
Smith? T. Smith?
No. I don't
Mr.
know.
McGinnis.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he had the transitional. He was thin.
Yes, he did. And then he became an assistant principal.
Yeah, it was him.
Yep.
And he loved me, so I actually had to go to bat for her. I'm like, can you leave her alone?
Just
leave
you
her
were like the
alone.
lawyer. You were like
Yeah,
the
like,
negotiator.
You just like, I'm like, she's
you know-
fragile. You're freaking her out. Can you
Speaking
just,
of
like, leave her
politically
alone?
correct,
Yeah.
also my senior year, we did Anything Goes, the musical.
That was amazing.
Love that
with
show.
Brian. God,
yes,
you know,
with Brian and
God rest
Jane.
his
Yep.
soul. That was, and Jane, yeah.
And there was a part. There's a part in the show where my character and Rob Allen's character are in jail, and these two Japanese characters get thrown into the jail cell with us. Jeanine Otten, who watches our show sometimes, and Allie Bayer, they played.
Oh, Allie's great.
And they had this. They were saying their lines. They had a line where they. It's weird. I always do this when I'm talking to somebody who went to high school. All these things just come flooding back that I haven't thought about in ages. But one of them had a line where they said, "Oh, we have no money," and then my response was, "Oh, no needy money." Oh, maybe that was it. No, something like that. Yeah. I said, "No needy money." Mr. McGinnis, speaking of politically correct, he actually complained about that because he came to the dress rehearsal because he was an actor. He acted locally. And,
I remember that, yeah.
And he complained that we were making fun of...
Wasn't it in the script?
We weren't. Wasn't it Cole Porter? Was it Cole Porter?
I think it was Cole Porter, yeah. Well, yeah, not us, but the script.
Cole Porter, the racist.
Yeah. Well, let's just fling that where it needs to go.
So he demanded that we stop, that we not say that. And it was
such a good line.
So, I had to say, "Oh, you don't need money." Which is fine. It wasn't a big deal. But I just remember thinking, wow, that was weird. Like, of all the things this guy could have...
He would, like... pick on like certain things would drive him nuts.
It would. Yeah.
Meanwhile, when my brother was in school, my brother was a year behind you. Mm-hmm. One of the years, they did a funny thing happened on the way to the forum, which is where a man falls in love with a prostitute, and they and he's I think his parent, my brother played his father. I think they're like the king and queen, or there's some kind of royalty. And the whorehouse is right next door to them. So the set were 3 houses, and they would, my brother's character was always kind of looking, trying to look through the windows.
Wasn't a stretch.
Well, for me.
No.
He's a good one.
I know.
And, they have these girls, in these, very tight dresses and waving out the window. But that's the type of stuff, we were doing in those days. But now this little line made Mr. McGinnis upset. It was really strange.
Yeah.
But
because it wasn't historically accurate. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was. I used to see him around acting, in the local, and I remember kind of seeing him kind of deteriorate a little bit. Yeah, it was sad.
He was ill. So Liz says that she loves the Little Rascal. She'll never get tired of them.
Thank you, Liz.
Liz drinks a lot. And then Andy Plagano said, Andy gets so sick of us Hicksville talk, so this is just overload. He said, I'm recording this so I can properly document the rapid fire Hicksville trivia.
Please do.
Yeah.
Andy and Liz, both of them will be here Thursday with Kirsten. They're going to be here Thursday, and Andy's bringing his guitar. So they're all going to sing holiday songs that you can't sing because your vocal cords are hurting from your surgery.
I can talk fine, and then when I go to sing something, which I love to sing, it is awful. I don't have a good voice, but I sing with love, and it hurts. So I'm like,
and 'tis the season to be singing.
I'm just whistling.
Well, your whistling's a little bit better than your singing.
I'm a really good whistler. Yeah.
I'm not.
You're not a whistler? A good whistler, really?
No. Won't even try it right now. So don't
move on.
Please move on from that.
And you never. Now, speaking of good singing voices, like I said, I was surprised you weren't in Madrigals. I thought you were a fantastic actress. So you never really, you never thought about.
Did you have to ask to be in Madrigals?
I don't know.
Like back then, you had to try out for shit.
I think
you were invited.
Like get this, so like Kevin.
It was like the honor role of
it was
the chorus.
Very elite.
Yeah, but I thought like for example, like I played saxophone, so I'm going to like Kevin, my 17-year-old has he plays violin, so I go to his concert last week, and I'm looking at this is the difference in the times. I'm looking at the pamphlet that they gave me, and I'm like, how did I not know Kevin played first violin? It's like kind of like he's good. He's actually good. He's one of those that but he's funny. He's got a good sense of humor. So one time I was on
4 likes so far.
I get excited because I'm talking about Kevin.
Yeah, calm down over there in the corner. We can eliminate you. So,
so he's for example, one time I was on hold with Optimum forever.
That's a shock.
It was like an hour and 45 minutes.
I know.
And the music that they play, all of a sudden I hear from another room, Kevin's playing it, just to mess with me, so he plays by ear. So he's really good, but he doesn't take lessons. He doesn't really
And he's first violin? Wow.
Well, that's just it. So hold that thought. So I asked him, I'm like, how are you first violin? He's like, well, that's just this concert. We switch it around. I'm like, you switch it around. Like when I was in band, like for me to keep like first seat saxophone, people would challenge me. They'd be like, I'm going to challenge you next week, and be like, oh, dude, I'm like studying. I don't have time for this. I'm like, all right. And then you'd either win or lose, and you'd switch around. You'd be second seed, third seed, depending on like who won the challenge.
Absolutely.
And now like it's just,
like a participation prize?
Your first violin, because you know, that's just how it worked out, just so no one, and it is kind of nice. I guess
it's too nice.
It's too nice. I mean, you have to earn that seat.
It is kind of nice though, like because you could
I'm with
like
Lisa.
you could play. You get sick of playing just the second string part because it's like
I know, but hey, that's
and maybe they're all good enough to play. You know.
I'm with you. We had to try out. No, it is.
So you didn't have to like say. You didn't have to say, "Oh, can I try out from Magicals?"
No, I just was magically glossed over. I had to look up my transcripts recently. Don't ask. And I have my mother saved every one of my everything. Even
really?
Even the what are those things in between the comments? The teachers just like a progress report.
Yeah, I still love those.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, your mother saved all that.
Pleasure to teach your child.
Welcome to the hoarding house.
Was my favorite. I have all mine too.
Most of
Not
them,
from
Sallie,
my parents,
were pleasure. Most of mine were pleasure to teach your child. Very conscientious.
Yeah, you were very well liked. Absolutely.
All of a sudden, I get de-apt, and I could not remember who this was.
Oh, I remember Mr. Apt.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
For life
He's a
of me.
music
I thought it was
teacher.
A woman. I was like, oh,
Isn't he a music teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently now I did some due diligence. Gave me an A, but said does not get along with teacher.
Whoa. Is he still alive? Let's get him.
If he is, I'm hunting him down because I need to know what I did.
Yeah, I can picture him now. He's like a little short guy.
Like a little Joey? Was he
balding.
Joey? A little? Or
Yeah.
like a little Pillsbury
Yeah.
Doughboy guy?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
now I remember him.
Yeah.
No offense, Mr.
What
Apt.
did you do to Mr. Apt?
I don't know. I need to know because it's kind of unsettling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
On a lot of levels for me. Like, it's very unsettling. I mean, that is the only bad comment I ever got.
I didn't even know that that was such a thing. Doesn't get along with teacher.
Do you think that they picked it from a number and maybe he wrote like an 8 and it looked like a 3?
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that
maybe.
comment.
Maybe because if you don't even remember the guy, obviously you weren't having fights with him.
Yeah, like,
I would know if I had a fight with a teacher.
I would. I think I would too. I don't even remember having him as a teacher. That's how.
Are you friends with teachers on social media?
No, in real life I am.
In real life?
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No.
Do you still call him Mister? That's my problem. It's hard to call Marge Steinbeck Marge. You know,
Yes. It does. That just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, but that's not a good example because she's scary.
Yeah. Right. Right. She is. But she's
like
nice.
Joe
She
Scala.
was nice.
Joe Scala.
Right. I think we called
Scalia?
him
Is it
Scalia.
Scalia.
Yeah, I call
thought
him
it was
Joe.
Scala. I think we called him Joe in school. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
maybe, yeah.
We may have.
Yeah.
But I've seen. I don't know if you remember Mr. Gentile and Mrs. Gentile. They were the foreign language, and I see them. I had them over.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah.
house. Yeah. So
I was in a play. This has got to be 20 years ago, and they were in the audience.
Yes.
And they came up. They were there because they knew one of my cast members, so they were talking. And I went right up to them. I go, and I never had them. I don't know why I remembered them, to be honest with you, but I did. And I just went up to both of them. I said, "You guys are Hicksville." And I said, "I went there," but again, I never knew them. I never had them. I don't know why I even recognized them.
You look at the yearbook all the time.
Yeah.
I look at your yearbook all the time, not
you
mine.
could pick those two out. They stand out.
Yeah,
They're
I guess
very
so,
European,
yeah.
very looking, but
Yeah.
they're very sweet people. I love them. And he said, "Now you have to call me Richard," and I'm like, "It's just not going to work."
That's his first name, Richard?
Yes. And my husband's name is Rich, so the whole thing is just weird.
I'm going
Yeah.
for the obvious joke, though. But if he has to write his last name first and then first name last, he's got to write Gentle Dick?
There was a little bit of torture that went on with that name.
I would have changed my last name.
Yeah.
Not your first name?
No.
But it's, genteel. Like when the European
that's
people
different.
are like, it's Smythe. No, it's Smith.
Well, Gentle's nice,
What?
Gentle's better than like hard dick or
Yeah,
that's
right.
mean dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angry.
Rapey dick.
Yeah.
Matt Grice says it was always Mr. Scalia to him.
Oh, really?
He must have hated you, Matt.
No, I'm
kidding.
Maybe it was
I'm
Mr.
definitely
Scalia.
easy with Joe. Yeah, he's a really funny, nice man.
Oh, so anyway, I was going to mention before, because we're here at Governor's Comedy Club, I mentioned your parents before. The first time I ever saw that Dice special, Andrew Dice Clay with the whole Hickory Dickory Dock and all that stuff, was at your house.
Yeah.
And I remember that like it was yesterday.
It was an awesome special.
Yeah. But I just remember hanging out at your house all the time. Your parents always let all your friends over, and we'd always be hanging out there. And that was where the first time I ever saw it was right there.
And that's who Eleanor's playing this weekend. Doesn't she work with?
I love her.
Oh, yeah, Eleanor
Dice?
Kerrigan.
Oh, I
She's
love her.
not this weekend. She's playing New Year's Eve here.
New Year's Eve. Yeah, she's
great.
She opens for
She's
Dice all the
great.
time, and she's just gracious and funny.
We had her
and
in here
we
once.
interviewed
and,
her.
yeah, she's-
Really?
She's
I'm a
great.
huge fan.
She
of
just
hers.
came
I love
in.
her.
Yeah,
Really?
we were
Yeah.
like so happy to have her.
Well, I've seen Dice no less than 3 times.
Oh, yeah?
Twice here. My husband's a huge Dice fan.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted me to throw out the trivia that who is the first comedian to ever sell out Madison Square Garden?
Dice.
You think?
I didn't know that.
Either.
Really?
Yeah. That shows you how much huge Dice fans we are.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised. I'm thinking of all the guys who came before him, like Carlin, Richard Pryor. Those guys never.
That's what I said. Richard Pryor. I went right
Yeah.
there. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" Richard Pryor didn't, and he's like, "Nope."
Really? Robin Williams?
I know.
Huh.
Who did Robin Williams even play? Madison
Well,
Square
that's what I'm
Garden?
wondering now, too. Did any of
I
these
don't know.
guys
Maybe
play
they
the
didn't
Garden?
play.
Maybe
Yeah.
they didn't.
Because you got to think, too. I mean, before the 80s, your Pryors and your Carlins, I mean, the big stand-up comedians, there were only maybe a handful of them. And
Yeah.
it was still kind of a new art form, so they didn't really play the big places. So maybe, I guess that just became a thing later on.
And
So,
they took a
Dice.
chance on him because where did he grow up? Isn't he a New Yorker?
Dice?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so they took a chance on him because all the local people would go.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Andy said he had a because he was in the military.
Okay.
He said he had a Master Sergeant Richard Hare when he was in North Dakota. Master Sergeant. Richard
Andy, I can
Hare.
only imagine what you guys did with that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. So we were in here one night, not that long ago, just a few months ago, when Dice was here. Actually, that's when Eleanor came in and hung out with us. But Dice is very private. Like some of these comedians will keep the green room door open, or they'll walk the halls. They're friendly. Not only does Dice keep the door closed, but he even has governors put a sign on the door.
Do not
enter. Do not come in here. Nothing. And you get a lot of guys that come through here who, back in the late 70s, early 80s, I worked with Dice before he hit it big because, this is where he grew up. So we're sitting here, and one guy who used to perform back then decides to open the door. And I'm sitting right here, and I got the sliding glass doors open. And I hear him say, "Hi, Dice. My name is so-and-so. I worked with you back in the early 80s.
Oh, no. Like, this isn't going to...
And then you just hear Dice, just like he was, like if he's on stage. Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
Wow.
And the guy's like, "But Dice, I know you. I said, get the fuck out of here!"
Diva.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here, we're like little kids, in the back of the classroom, like somebody farted,
Yeah.
Then
One of the owners came over, started screaming at him, saying, "Hey, can't you read the sign? Don't you know? I let you come back here." It was.
Because now he has to deal with it.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, the guy was clearly wrong for doing that.
We were like, when your siblings getting yelled at, you had nothing to do with it, so you just kind of like.
Just glad it's not you.
No.
Yeah, you just become part of the furniture.
Like
Right.
before it even happened, we were like,
But you're so happy that you had nothing to do with it, that it's
Yeah.
somebody else getting in trouble.
And it's like a train wreck. You have to watch it happen.
Yes.
Yeah, we were like-
yeah. Because the green room, I can see the door to the green room from here,
This
and
is
so it
not
was-
gonna
it was-
end well.
yeah. And then we were happy when he left that night. He actually looked in and gave us a wave, and I think he said good night or take care. Take care, I think he
yeah,
said.
because we didn't bug him. And Eleanor
we were happy
came
just to
in,
get that from
and
him.
she probably went in there and been like, yeah, they're good guys in there.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great.
He we sat in the front, and I guess I had a low cut blouse on.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was out. It was a night out, and I was with my husband.
Yeah, I noticed you're wearing like a turtleneck today, which is bad. Both of you, by the way.
Yeah, we both.
Yeah, you too.
We're very conservative today.
I hate that conservative shit.
Well, it's chilly.
It is. Be nice. We're cold. He said something. So I'm sitting next to my husband. I think he was my fiance at the time, and for me, I mean, obviously I could talk to a wrong number, but Dice zeroed in on me, and I was like, no. I just went, and he was looking down, and he says, well, look at those. look at those.
Just look at
Just
those.
look at those. And I looked up, I'm like, please don't be looking at my breasts. And sure enough, we locked. And I'm like, looking at my breasts, looking at my breasts. And he said to Rich, my husband, he said, hey, Joey, if you're not dropping 5 loads a day on those puppies,
Oh my goodness.
I'm here to help. I almost died. And then he's like, I bet you could. He used the line, to suck the chrome off a
Yeah.
tailpipe. And I'm like, that I can tell you yes. All of a sudden came right out of my shell.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was like,
great.
yes. Yeah. And my husband's like, no, yeah, she can. I was
Nice.
like, no, you're not supposed to agree. He loves Dice, so he was so starstruck. And he was basically anybody else on the street, my husband would have knocked unconscious.
Right.
But Dice, he was like, she's all yours. You can have her,
And I just learned something about you that I didn't know. I mean,
We all did.
Yeah,
cool stuff.
everyone did.
I remember one of his specials. He was picking on a girl in the front row, and he says to her, he says, so what's your name, honey? Do you know?
I forgot. I completely
he
forgot.
did that to you?
I don't know. I don't know. I just was like, I just shut down, and I don't normally even get starstruck. I've met a few like you, and I like to leave them alone, leave privacy.
Yeah, that's how I am.
So I'm like,
I'm just like, enjoy your life.
Who else?
Yeah,
Who
enjoy
else?
your dinner.
Who else left you starstruck?
no one. I don't normally get starstruck. I met Chaz Palminteri
Oh, yeah?
years ago. Yeah, tallest Italian I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Huge man. And super nice. Especially the fact that I chased him down Broadway.
Why did you chase him?
Ken, my husband's a huge fan.
Ah.
And we went to see, he had never gone to a Broadway play in his whole life.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So we took him, my parents and I, my wonderful parents, for his birthday. We took him to see
Bronx Tale?
Bronx Tale.
Nice.
Now,
Now you
Love
can't
that.
leave.
I
Bronx
love that.
Tale, I love Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
Bronx Tale, not the where he did the stand-up though by himself. The monologue.
musical.
It was the musical.
Yeah.
All
Was that
of-
good?
It was very good. Well,
Yeah, a
yes.
musical? Yeah.
It was good. It was good. Yeah,
Okay.
I thought the same thing.
I kind of feel like it's not good.
It was good. It was very good.
9 out of 10.
I would like to see him do that. I think that's why.
Yeah.
The
It's,
regular.
I think he's doing it again at the Paramount, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I say that. But I thought it was very, very, very good. All right, let's put it that way. And it was better than Cats. And Les Mis. I'm sorry, and you Les Mis people, the Notebook people. I'm sorry, I'm offending, but those are just not for me. I'm not a chick flick girl. And
Did you
Les
see
Mis.
Book of Mormon?
Book of Mormon? No, and I want to.
Fantastic.
Do that.
I wanted to see
Fantastic.
Book of Mormon.
It's like the greatest thing in the whole world.
That's more my speed.
Yeah.
So that's why I say. But this was for my husband.
Like
so-
sometimes I couldn't even pay attention in the middle of it because I was like, this is like
You're like, this is so good, right? And you wanted to think about the last good scene. That's what I
Yeah.
do. But
So you chased Chaz.
well,
down
at the end
street.
of the thing, Chaz Palminteri came out, and I looked at my husband. First Broadway show, he said, "Just so you know, this doesn't normally happen."
Right.
Like this is. He was like, "Chaz Palminteri," he got so excited. They were doing the Broadway Cares big benefit, whatever. So they
Yeah.
wanted us to give money. I bought the baseball, the signed baseball.
Oh, nice.
Gave it to my husband, for charity. So now I go back in to use the bathroom. I think we were waiting. I don't know what was going on, but my parents were outside. They were buying tickets for their friends. So, of course, my mother has to ruin everything now I have to go buy tickets. So we're waiting. She's waiting online. I'm like, I'm going back in, use the bathroom. I slam into Chaz Palminteri.
Wow.
Because he was like running through the back. It was kind
Yeah.
of like a Phantom of the Opera moment.
Yeah.
He's like running through the wings and I'm trying to find the bathroom. And I'm asking the kid that works there and he's like not even paying attention to me. And I was like, bathroom, something, anything. So I run into Chaz Palminteri. And now I'm like, do I go to the bathroom or do I follow him? And stalk. I stalked. Stalked him because now I'm like, I want him to meet my husband. This would be great.
Yeah.
I follow him out the door. Now I have to run in heels, find my family.
Seeing what Mr. Apt had a problem with.
Yeah. Clearly I stalked Mr. Apt. Anyway, chased my family down. I'm like, we gotta go. Follow me. Now my parents are at this point in their 70s. Now my dad just turned 80.
Oh, wow.
I'm making them run. Through the streets of New York.
Yeah.
I'm hurdling hobos. Is that correct? I'm hurdling. I'm yelling at my husband whose birthday. I'm like, what's the matter with you, K-pop?
Chop, chop, people.
I get to him first. I'm not a runner, people. I'm not an athlete.
You get to him, you're peeing.
I'm peeing, I'm panting, and this man must be like, wow, the day I don't pick to bring security.
Right. Yeah.
Mr. Palminteri. I'm like, and I'm looking up at him because he's 9 feet tall to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you please, and he was just like, anybody who went through this much trouble.
Did he really say that?
Yep. When we had
That's funny.
pictures, and we took pictures with him, and he was
That's
great.
really nice.
Yeah. So
That's
anyway,
cool.
that's my Chaz Palminteri story.
That's a good story.
I'm glad you didn't get yelled at. That's like amazing.
It would have been horrible after all of that.
Yeah,
the
right.
stalking and the...
Yeah.
And we have a regular viewer, Joe Beansy, who I don't think is watching today, but he's been promising us Chaz Palminteri. He claims to know him and swears he's going to get him on the show for us.
Seems like a super nice guy.
And that's what I've heard. He actually does
like
come
a
here
super nice
maybe 2 or 3 times a year. He's here not to perform, to watch it, to see a show. And actually, I think it was with Dice. I think it was the last time he was
Who are
here.
you talking about? Sorry, I was reading.
Chaz Palminteri.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody that met him that night said he was great. So he was a really nice guy.
He was very gracious. I mean, some
that's super
lunatic running after him. He was very gracious.
Matt Grice said that your face will hurt from smiling during Book of Mormon.
Yeah, well, and above that, you got Sal Couture making fun of my Dice and Chaz impressions.
Ah, was that Sal?
That's Sal.
Like, who's hurting Tony's
Sal, if
feelings?
you want, I'll open the phone lines and you can call in with your Dice and Chaz impressions, and let's see how you do.
I bet you it's pretty good.
Son of a bitch. Well, I wasn't trying to. I was just, using, for effect to tell my story. I wasn't like, hey, check out my Dice impression.
Do you do that before you do
Yes,
an impression?
Does Dice do that?
Like some sort of like little Charlie Chaplin meets Dice. That was good.
That would work because that would be a silent film.
But my parents wanted me to tell you that they're good friends with Adam Ferrara.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, apparently
He's one of my favorites. I love him. Yeah,
They
I think
have
he's
him
so
here.
he's so smart and sincere and funny all at the same time, and it's really hard to do that mix. So every time I see him do anything, I'm like, what a genius!
They love him.
Your parents are good friends with him?
Apparently, I gotta ask my mother. She's gonna kill me. But I think it was somebody babysat her. His grandmother, I think, babysat my mother or something.
Really?
So they're family friends, and they love him, and he had them here one time, front row, and
Really?
yeah, it was a big to do. So
Oh, yeah.
they come every time he's here. My parents are like,
And he's so
front
funny.
row.
One time,
Love him.
he came to the door and was watching what we were doing
Yeah.
here, but he didn't come in.
He didn't come in, but he was like
Yeah, I wanna
interested,
get him.
and
I want to get him on here. He's so funny.
Well, you have to tell Marianne Grillo wants you on.
Yeah?
You could throw her name around.
Where'd your parents grow up?
Queens,
okay.
Ozone Park, Richmond Hill.
Is that? And I guess he's.
I guess
from
that
the
must
same
be.
area. Okay.
We'll have to ask him. We'll ask him.
Wow. Yeah, maybe I will throw Mom's name out.
Yeah, Marianne's got more pull than we do. Who knew?
I'm not surprised. We don't have any pull around here. Wow, that's cool. I had no idea. And your parents are still over there in Hicksville.
Yeah.
Great. My mother too. They just won't leave.
we are totally late with.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
trivia.
Let's go with trivia. It's my fault.
No, there's plenty of time. Sally's always rushing.
I'm not Russian.
She's not Russian, isn't she?
She's
not.
Irish.
Yeah.
She's drunk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold in my hand this week's Tuesday trivia. The way this works, if you're new to it, Sally and I are going to take turns asking each other questions. There's no theme or anything. It's just random trivia questions that we're going to ask each other and ask you guys and ask Lisa. We do not know each other's questions. We're going to take turns going back and forth. We're going to ask the question. We're going to get your answers. We're not going to give you the answer until we're done asking the questions, and then we go back. And we go over each other's questions. We go over your answers, and then we give you the correct answers. There's no prizes. There's no nothing. It's just for fun and for laughs, and we like to make fun of how poorly you all do. So
Sounds great.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's not Sal. It's Kenny Shevlin. Why did I think that was Sal? Oh, all right, well, fine. No, Kenny, in that case, don't call with your impressions because the things Kenny will say will lead me to just hang up on him anyway. So, random trivia questions. Please put your questions in the comments below or next to you, wherever the comments are with you. And, again, we'll go over them and make fun of them and then give you the real answer. With that, question number 1, Sally O'Neill.
I went with mostly Christmas themes.
Gay.
In Home Alone, where do Kevin's parents go on vacation?
I know it, but I won't say it.
You do know it?
Oh, yeah. I watched it no less than 3 times the past week. I know.
Where do they go?
Home Alone regular and
Yeah,
then
the
2.
Oh, that's right.
One.
So you're talking about 1. Which one is trumping? Is that 2?
2.
Yeah. Florida.
No.
Vegas. No, they
So
got little.
disappointing.
They got little kids. They're not going to Vegas. Disney. Well, Disney's in Florida. They're going to Hawaii. I have no idea. I'm writing down Hawaii for my answer.
I'm writing mine in my head.
All right. Let's see. Question just for you, Sally. Sting.
Ugh.
Sally hates Sting.
I don't hate him. I just think it's like
He's over. Yeah.
He has like 3 notes, and he.
I'm not a huge fan either.
He's a little arrogant.
Last week he was on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He said he only has 1 autograph. Whose autograph is it? Multiple choice.
His own.
Good.
Yeah. Is it Prince Charles? Is it Dwight Gooden? Or is it Frank Sinatra?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Prince Charles. What do you think?
Frank Sinatra.
Lisa says Prince Charles. Sally says Sinatra. Okay. Next question.
Which American president banned Christmas trees in the White House?
Oh.
Banned Christmas trees in the White. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Is it? You can't tell us that right now?
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
He felt that many trees were cut down for holidays and he believed that it was contributing to deforestation.
Oh, wow.
And he wanted to set an example for the country.
I'm going with Carter.
Wow. I was going to go with George Washington because he was a tree cutter.
He learned his lesson with the cherry tree.
I hope so.
He didn't want to get in trouble.
I'm going to go with, wow.
Is that your...
My final answer? What is this, like...
We need to phone a friend?
Yeah, I do. And I'm usually a wealth of useless knowledge. Not that this is useless.
It pretty much is.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I had to be a Democrat. So I can't go with George Washington because...
True.
I don't know. I got to... I'll come back to this one, please.
Okay. Let's see.
Not that like I'm going to ever really think about it again. So I don't know why I'm just not throwing one out for you.
Lysophobia. Lysso. Phobia. Lysso. Lysophobia
I need my phone.
is the fear of doing what?
Lysso. No multiple choice.
No multiple
that's
choice.
not right.
Lysophobia.
Lysophobia. Lysophobia. Lysso.
Looking at you as if somehow I'm going to read your mind.
She is not the one you want to get your answers
Singing?
from. Singing, says Lisa. Good answer.
But just fear of singing in general, or fear of singing on a stage.
Yeah. Got specific on me and now.
Yeah, don't listen to her. You don't need to get that specific. What's the matter with you?
No, I was like, she's right. I should have been more.
You should have done better.
I know. Should have known the tree cutter. Should have known a lot.
Let's see. What president was a
Should have
landscaper?
studied. Never coming here again. Yeah, what president was a landscaper?
We'll just come in on a different day. So
I'm going to go with Clinton on the trees.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
Sally, what's Lysophobia?
Lysophobia is fear of Lysol spray.
I thought that too for a minute. I did. I'm not going to.
Fear maybe
of germs?
it's oh good. That's what I was about to say.
Ooh, look at you two.
Fear of touching germs. Yeah.
So she's really specific. You are so specific.
I am.
Touching the germs.
I am.
Not just inhaling them.
I'm
licking
exact.
them.
Seeing them, being in the same room.
I try to do the best job that I can.
Oh, my goodness.
Do I go?
Yes.
All right. What is the name of Grinch's dog?
That I know.
You know that? Really?
Yeah. Do I say it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hold back? No.
Hold back a little bit.
I'll hold back. Yeah, let me hold back. I didn't even answer number 1 because I was just holding back.
I'm not a fan of the Grinch.
Yeah, I love it.
I was
I
not.
like that. But I like the original half hour.
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
talking
I never
about.
even saw the Jim Carrey
Me
movie.
either.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
No, it's not for me.
What's the name of his dog? Spot. I have no idea.
It's close.
Is it?
Sort
Dot. I'll just go with
You
Spot.
see how this?
I have no idea.
I know it. Should I say it or no? Do I wait?
No.
No, since you know it that
You
well.
know it.
Oh,
If
I
you
know
know
it.
it that
I know
well.
it.
Let everyone answer.
All right. Well, actually, guess what? I have a dog question.
Okay.
It's exciting.
The father of a dog litter is called the what?
The sire.
Yep.
And then the mother.
Oh, see, I just blurted,
You blurted
it right out.
I knew it too.
And then what's the mother called?
Bitch.
Nope.
The
well,
dam.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dame?
Yep.
Is it dame or dam?
I'll tell you when we go over the answers later.
Say it like it's both words. Damn.
Damn.
Then he's got to give you
Damn.
credit. Damn.
Doing it that European way. You know, you add that
Oh, is that what's
accent.
going on there?
Yeah. All right. Name, and however many you get, name the 4 main reasons for home fires over the holidays. Try to get as many as you can.
Well, this is an upbeat Christmas.
Name the 4 main reasons for home fires
Tree.
over the holidays.
The lights,
Tree
right?
and
Dry
wreaths.
tree?
Dry tree and wreaths.
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 Brett Favre.
Exactly.
Wreaths.
The power strip. You know, the faulty power strips.
Turkey fryer.
Ooh.
Outside, you know that.
The smoker. No, not the smoker. The fryer.
Yeah. The turkey daddy.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of them.
Oh, there's more?
Candles.
Ooh.
Oh, finally redeemed myself.
People not happy with their gifts.
They just set
Committing
them on
arson.
fire.
Yes. They set the house on fire.
I'm going to set this on fire.
There's still more?
Eggnog made with turpentine. I don't know. I've never done that, anybody. Antifreeze in the eggnog when your mother-in-law comes over.
There's one more.
There's one more.
That was a weird noise. Sorry. Fight?
This is going to hurt you.
It's going to hurt me? Little rascal.
Bad gift?
It's going to hurt me. French fry grease.
No.
Some sort of hamburger incident.
Or something involving chocolate.
No.
Something
All
with
right. We don't
person
know
with
it.
one with missing a limb.
Nope.
All right, I'm out of options here.
The Mets?
The Mets, the Beatles, Billy Joel,
Beatles.
Nope.
Enough with that.
lesbians.
Yes,
Lesbians set themselves on fire.
Lesbians kissing is so hot that the house goes on
That
fire.
their lips
Mistletoe.
go on fire.
Mistletoe. There you go.
Camel toe.
Lesbian
So out of
camel
answers.
toe.
Lesbian mistletoe camel toe.
Camel toe. The legs are rubbing together, so it creates
Friction as they're at the mistletoe, and it goes on fire.
Ricky Bobby, hair going on fire. I lean over.
Ooh.
No, there'd be a candle. I don't know. I'm out.
All right. All right.
Santa getting stuck in the chimney, causing a fire.
There you go.
What is that? Backdraft?
Backdraft.
Backdraft. All right. So you'll tell us later.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Dino. Oh, you asked about pets before with
Flintstones?
The Flintstones, Dino?
Dino was Fred's pet.
Yeah.
What was Barney's pet's name?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought Barney was the pet.
I can't even picture his.
That's a short joke.
I'm
pet.
4'11".
No,
That's not
really?
Yes.
That's it? You're shorter than Sallie? I didn't
Yes.
know there was such a thing.
I'm shorter than everyone. Apparently, I should be getting some sort of benefits.
Wow.
On Social Security for the
Yeah, if you were 4'10", you'd be like a
set.
dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it in the light of half full. I would get. I didn't see the half dwarf light. Could be my next job as a garden gnome. That's a tough one. Do you know this?
No. What's the question? I forget it.
Barney's.
Oh,
Barney's-
yeah, yeah.
what was
yeah,
Barney's
I
pet?
can't even.
Yeah, he
it
wasn't
was
even
like
a vitamin.
You're right. And
Barney was. Dino was.
Vitamin not on not a part of the cereal.
No. So.
Oh, I need some Cocoa Pebbles.
What kind of
Fruity.
pet was he?
Fruity Pebbles.
I
I think it was a saber-toothed tiger, like a cat.
Was it?
believe you're
Oh
right.
no, was that the thing they threw out?
Yeah.
And then he brings it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Oh,
opens the
yeah.
door. I don't.
I'm not even sure. I have his
You
name.
just know the name. You don't know what it was.
No.
Maybe it was like a reptile,
Yeah, I think so.
like a lizard or something.
I'm gonna look up right now what it was.
I can kind of picture like one of those dinosaurs with like the triangle
Like
head.
the Triceratops.
Yeah,
You
like
couldn't
a
ask us that. We knew that.
like
Triceratops.
a Triceratops.
Stegosaurus. I'm gonna throw out.
I don't know what he is.
I think it was a Triceratops.
Oh, he's a all right,
Pterodactyl?
he's a
bird.
kangaroo.
Don't even remember that.
He's a kangaroo.
I need two sources.
Yeah, is that a Wikipedia? I need you to back that up because I don't remember a kangaroo.
I remember
Yep.
a kangaroo. Kangaroos
As soon as I
didn't
saw him,
exist.
I actually, as soon as I looked,
I'm just
I
going to go with
remembered him.
Joey.
Kangaroos weren't even alive. Kangaroos?
Were you there? How do you know?
I don't know. Well, I guess people weren't really alive during the dinosaurs.
Yeah. And have TVs and cars.
Next question.
And celebrate Christmas. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Flintstones celebrating Christmas.
Okay. How many husbands did Yoko Ono have?
2.
I have to go with him because.
Unless she's been married since, which I'm not.
Oh.
I don't really know much about her since.
Present Yoko. I don't know.
Present Yoko. I will predict that she's gonna.
I'll go 3.
That she's gonna pass this coming year.
Yeah.
She's in her 80s.
He knows more about Yoko Ono than family. It's so scary. The Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was really cool. And I've grown to appreciate them. But when I first met him and he like told me about his love of the monkeys, like I laughed. And then I was like, I did this laugh where I caught myself because I didn't realize he was serious. So I was like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, the cartoon and the whatever that was, that TV thing.
Yeah.
And then
I like the monkeys better than the Beatles.
Wow.
Yeah, so like we've gone to like what, 2 concerts I've gone to?
We saw a Monkees concert and then we saw Mickey Dolenz solo.
Yeah, with his
He takes it to the extreme.
sister.
Oh, his sister. It's like Donnie and Marie.
They bathe together. I swear. If you ever see them on stage,
They sang one song together and they were looking
It
at
was
each
this
other because
love
they're
song.
You do not sing a love song to your sister.
Yeah,
he
and
wasn't
I was
singing
like-
to her.
but their tongues
Your
were gonna come out
justification-
soon. It
They
was
were
like-
singing in
Wait.
harmony, so they're
Were they
watching
holding
each other.
microphones?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they get close. No. that's
No,
weird.
they didn't get closer like that.
Yes.
No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
They did.
I don't believe it.
Yeah,
No.
they were like, yeah,
Oh.
they were. They were. They bathed together. Yeah.
Yeah, you are way invested in them, so you can't see the truth.
But they were really good. It was a good concert, and it was a really good concert before Mike died. Like we saw them just before he
Just
died.
a couple of months ago, 2 months ago, we saw the
Wow.
Monkees. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to see the performer before.
Yeah.
You know?
I felt
As opposed to after.
like we saw Genesis,
Not
a
opposed to
week or
digging
2
someone
ago,
up.
like 2 weeks ago or something. We saw Genesis.
Genesis 2 weeks. Yeah, probably about 2
and
weeks
it was
ago.
just so like you felt like you
I
felt
felt old.
like you felt like I didn't feel
Phil
old.
Collins sits in a chair like that the whole time. The guy doesn't
Yeah.
move. He can't walk anymore.
I saw ZZ Top a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Before they started just dropping.
Right,
you
one of
know?
those
And
guys just died.
They didn't move, but
Right.
they were at Westbury Music Fair, whatever it is now.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with the many
I always
changes.
call it Westbury.
Me too.
And I don't even do like the ending. I just go
Yeah, I saw them at
Westbury.
Westbury.
the music thing. That's like what I say.
and they
Thank God the stage rotated because
Oh,
they didn't
yeah.
move. They just stood with
Yeah.
their, and I was like, well,
It's sad to me. These guys can't move. Phil Collins can't even get out of a chair.
old.
Paul
They're
McCartney
old.
can't.
But I
sit-
felt
That's what I'm saying.
honored.
It's
like
sad
I felt
that
like I
the
knew
scene
like
gets
this is the
old.
last time I'm ever going to see them.
Yep.
Like
Right.
and I felt like this honor.
Yes, I
and
agree with you.
appreciation.
And
And they
right.
were doing like really the best that they could do. And there was this one moment where Phil did walk around on canes, and his son is the drummer.
wow.
And he's really good. And he was like walking around and they, like they have like the big TV. You could see
Yeah,
the
yeah, the
close up.
screen,
Like
yep.
we had good seats anyway, but you could see the TV. And he was just looking at his son like with this like beautiful look on his face.
Aw,
like I was
so
like,
proud
we got to
and-
see
Yeah.
this like moment.
Yeah.
You know.
They shared it on stage. That's nice. See?
Yeah. Good stuff.
But it's weird
Good.
to see these people get so old. Then you realize how old you're getting. Like,
Yeah.
son of a bitch. This
How
is
about
weird.
Ozzy? They just keep making him do Ozfest.
Yeah, I'm convinced that guy died like 10 years ago.
Me too. I think that's why I
And
said
he's
digging up.
like-
Yep.
Yeah, somebody's just,
Yep.
he's like a puppet that somebody's just moving his mouth. I mean, it's not like you understand what he says
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, you
That's it.
But you could never understand what
No.
he said. Like really, I had no idea ever what he would say.
No. you needed an interpreter, and he should have learned sign language long ago.
And I'm someone who, like, when I'm like, even if I'm watching, like, I don't know, like, there's this Irish show we're watching. And I have to have the words.
I need the
on
words, like
screen.
Netflix, you know,
like,
lets
I
you.
have, I'm like,
Yes.
and
Yep.
we
Yeah.
didn't have it at first. I was like, stop, pause, because I have no idea what that conversation
Yeah.
was, and he understood it all.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know.
You had that gift.
There's not one word I understood.
I agree with you there because I'm embarrassed to say this. That's why I'm stuttering. I had to ask my husband, what language are these people speaking? And he's like, I think it's Scottish.
What
if you
show were you
will.
watching?
I don't remember. I don't know if it was like a Highlander. I'm like, I don't understand what language this is.
Highlander.
And it might have been something like that. And he's like,
Like Doctor
think
Who.
it's
Do you
English.
ever watch Doctor Who? That's
Yes.
really dorky. So sorry to ask that.
I am dorky.
Yeah,
If you
so
haven't
I
noticed.
watched
So,
like
yes.
I watched like several of the guys of Doctor Who,
Yes.
and they had this one guy from Scotland, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he.
No,
I don't know what you're saying.
I felt weird that was English.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's not. And we had an actual fight. It almost went to blows. He's
Yeah.
like, it's
English, English, but it isn't.
But it's not.
It all
It's
goes
not.
back to the tailpipe. See that?
Yeah.
Almost went to blows.
He'll never forget that ever. He'll remember that every day of his life.
I'm very proud of her. I think were we?
Oh,
I
was
went
you?
with it. I was like, all right, I'm not going to.
Sorry.
I'm a dork. I wasn't going to look like a dork in front of the entire audience. Like,
No,
never
I think
learned
it's
that.
you.
What was the last question?
The last one I asked was Yoko Ono. Did you ask
Oh.
one after
I
that?
said 3.
I'm going with 2. All right.
We still don't know what the. Oh, it's the kangaroo, Joey.
Oh, then you did go with the kangaroo thing?
No, it's me now. But I
Oh.
couldn't remember what your last question was. Let's see. The rock group Electric Mayhem made an appearance in what 1979 film?
I don't even know
I will give you a
that.
hint.
I don't know.
I will give you a hint. It's not a
What's
real.
the song?
It's not a real group.
So what's the song?
I have no idea.
This is a bad question.
Saturday
Pick
Night
something
Fever.
else.
It's a bad question. All right. All right. Well,
That was
that
a bad question.
Electric Mayhem. That's the on the Muppet Show. That band. That's what they're called.
Oh.
That was.
I
That's
just watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
You know what?
Rich.
Can I ask you, since you're really nerdy with this stuff, like, you know the drummer?
Animal.
Who is he based off of?
I've read 2 different things. One that I read that he was based on Keith Moon. I've also read that he was based on Mick Fleetwood. And Mick Fleetwood makes sense to me because he
'Cause
kind of
the
looks like Mick
face.
Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes those, like, Fleetwood, like, blah, 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 blah,
Okay,
blah.
good.
His face.
All right, I have a president question then. I know you already asked one, but
That's good.
which president? This is hard. Which president signed the? I'll start that again. What president signed the first federal income tax law? It was 3% on incomes over $600. Was it Abe Lincoln? Was it Thomas Jefferson? Was it John Quincy Adams?
Oh, those are good ones too.
Oh, you know your presidents, huh?
No, obviously
Oh.
not. I
Do
threw
the
Clinton
three
in.
again?
I was like,
What'd you say?
Do the 3 again. Lincoln.
Lincoln, Jefferson, John Quincy Adams.
I'm gonna go with Adams because I think he started the whole fiscal the
Yeah,
banks.
yeah,
right?
I'm going with him too.
All right, you're up.
Oh, that wasn't a very good. All right.
Okay, so we're at the.
It's like, all right, idiots, go with that one.
We're at the
Okay.
racy question.
Remember, everybody, we went to Hicksville.
That's right.
This is a reflection on them, not us.
In the year 2020, so the survey's like new.
Okay.
What is the average American bra size?
Ooh.
It's going to be big.
A lot of
because-
implants.
Right. People getting their boobs done. People getting lips done. I just don't get it.
Yep. 38D.
The lip bra.
38D. That's pretty big. I'm going to agree. We're both going with 38D.
Or maybe
Okay.
34D because
I'll stick. I'm
I'm
sticking
going with
30.
38D.
38D. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
All right. According to a 2019 study with over 20,000 couples, the majority of couples have sex how many times a month? This is according to a 2019 study
America?
with over 20,000 couples. It didn't say.
Okay.
It didn't say with the article I read.
How
it
many
didn't say.
times a month?
How many times a month are couples having sex?
7.
7, says Lisa.
This is no reflection on me. Again.
I was just about to ask. You beat me.
Yep.
Why? Is yours more or less?
More.
Nice.
Newlywed, remember?
20.
20.
Wow, Sallie.
Nice.
Nice. I like the optimism.
Me too.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm thinking like, I don't know. Are we talking premenopausal, postmenopausal? Like, where are we? That's, I'm trying to like average it out in my head. The median.
And it's just couples. It's not even married
right.
couples.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking married. Yeah, she's right.
I did the same thing. I assumed
right
married too.
Is that a reflection on us, like that we're like old-fashioned, or?
What do you mean? Explain.
We went to married couple.
Yeah.
And you were more free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking married the whole time
Like
until
we're
Sallie
closed.
just said it. Yeah.
We're very. So now I have to go. But yeah, I'm wrong. I'm gonna go closer to you, but I'm gonna leave it. But I think Sallie's right.
All right. So that's it, right? So
That's
now we'll go back and get some answers here. All right, let's see.
I was doing so well. I started off so well with Home Alone, and then it went to crap.
Let's see.
Can I say the Home Alone now or no?
Yeah, go.
Paris.
Yes.
Thank you. I had to redeem
what's
myself.
What's the Grinch's dog's name?
Max.
Good job.
Nice. Yeah, those are the tough ones.
All right, so
those are the hard
those
ones,
are the
Sallie.
ones that I care more about.
The Home Alone question was the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Plagano said Paris. Joan Asher said Paris. Johnny Lambro said the Poconos.
Champagne glass.
Matt Grice says, I just want to know what Kevin's dad did for a living. I'm with you.
Yeah, he was loaded.
Yeah, he sure was. That house was beautiful.
Did you see that house you could have won a night on Airbnb?
No way, really?
They just had a raffle. You could have won a night.
In that house?
In that house. And I think they gave you like the pizza and other things.
Oh, the cardboard cutouts?
And they had things on the stairs. Like,
wow.
In California, they
And
had
Joe Pesci?
the Brady Bunch house that it was obviously the Brady Bunch house was, on a set, but the house that they zoomed in on, you could tour that for like
Yeah, but meanwhile, that house was not the house that it was filmed in. It doesn't
but you walk up
it
to
doesn't
it, you
even
feel
match.
all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're going into a house that you know nothing about.
I wanted to live in that house.
In that house, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think it was anything. I mean, it was nice, but
it was a California ranch. It was like amazing.
Okay.
Father was an architect. I mean, what's going on here?
Right.
And he was closeted.
Yeah. A lot of issues.
Everybody knew Paris except for me, apparently. Okay, so the next question. Oh, Sting was on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert last week. He said he only has one autograph. Whose is it? Prince Charles, Dwight Gooden, or Frank Sinatra? Lisa said Prince Charles. Sallie said Frank Sinatra. Johnny Lambro says Sally O'Neill's autograph.
Oh, that's nice.
Plagano says Babe Ruth. That was not one of the options there, Andy Plagianos.
That's why he said it.
You remember my house in Hicksville? The house? When I was looking at that house, when I was looking for a house to buy, I went into, and there was a kid we went to high school that was his grandmother's house. What? Rourke? O'Rourke? Was there?
Oh.
Pat York? Was that
Pat
his
York.
name? Yeah.
Yes.
It was his grandmother's house.
Wow.
So I'm walking to the house, and all the furniture is still there. And I'm looking around, and there's a picture of these three men that look like it was just, you can tell from looking at it, was really an old picture, like the early 60s, maybe even the 50s. But you can tell it was the backyard of the house. And it's three men, and in the middle was Babe Ruth.
I thought you were going to say three wise men, frankincense, myrrh. In the middle was a manger. I don't know. That's where. I'm all about Christmas right now. He's like, there were these three men.
Jesus grew up in Hicksville.
Surrounded by, and he
Jesus,
said, Babe.
Billy Joel, and Lorraine Bracco. Those are Hicksville guys.
There was.
Let's see. Matt Grice says Prince Charles. Plagano says Dwight Gooden. DJ D Love says Sinatra. Joan Asher says Sinatra. And that is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Sinatra.
Wow,
well, you figure he's English, so he doesn't care about Prince Charles. And then who's the other guy?
Dwight Gooden.
That's a shame. Nobody cares about him.
Is that a baseball player or something?
Dwight Gooden was on the Mets, yes.
So English people don't follow baseball. So
you put a lot of thought into this.
I always do.
Now all the English people are going to be mad at you. Yes, we do follow baseball.
I'm really a good multiple choice taker of things I know nothing about. I'm like, I'll make the puzzle.
So it is Sinatra, and he wrote in the autograph, to Sting, the new Blue Eyes.
Oh.
but Sting has green eyes.
Oh.
So-
So Sting was obviously ticked off.
Well.
Or Frank Sinatra was senile. All right, next question.
Okay. Which American president banned Christmas trees in the White House?
Lisa said Clinton. I said Carter. Lambros says Washington. Matt Grice agrees with me. Plagano said Teddy Roosevelt. Elizabeth says Frank Sinatra. I think that was the last question. DJ D Love says Roosevelt. Liz says Roosevelt. Joan Asher says Carter. Kirsten, she said Prince Charles for the last question. She also says Carter. And I think that's it. Yes.
Yep. Theodore Roosevelt. So a lot of them got it.
Who got that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did
Plagianos got it first.
DJ D Love and Andy Plagianos. Wow.
Wow.
Very nice.
Google's a friend.
That's right.
No, I'm sorry.
No, they're all cheating, no doubt. Lysophobia is the fear of what?
Oh, here we go.
Lisa said singing. Sally said Lysol. So then, I don't know, they kind of agreed on germs. Lysophobia. Johnny Lambros says the fear of going insane. Matt Grice says it's the fear of lisping. Joan Asher, the fear of insanity.
Oh, that's it then.
Plagiano said crazy. Elizabeth Batapede says it's the fear of getting sick. Grice says it's the fear of lists and lisping at the same time.
Yeah.
Comedian Johnny Lambros says every comic has lysophobia. That's a hint. All right.
OCD? Listing?
Ooh.
Making lists?
Kirsten Flaherty says it's the fear of kissing, which she does not have.
Who said that?
I just added that.
Oh, you added she said that.
No, she didn't say that.
She's going to kill you.
No, she's going to kiss me on Thursday when she's in here.
It
is the fear.
Mine.
It is the fear of going mad.
Oh. Wow.
So a few of you got it, but not
Clearly
you.
we didn't.
Not us. We were way off.
Okay.
The next question was the Grinch, which, again, another question everybody knew but me.
Yeah, Max.
Okay. The father of a dog litter is called?
Sire.
Yep, you both got that. And the mother is called?
Dame.
Damn.
Elizabeth Batapede says Dame. I have it down as Dam. That's
yeah,
what
I
I
didn't
have.
know which.
Spell it D-A-M?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even spell that. I'm like the worst
I
speller.
don't know.
I'm like the worst speller.
No.
You know, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, how do you spell?
Don't hold back there. Don't
spell.
Way to have her back.
Book. Like, yeah, I don't know what it is. I've never been able to do it. Ever.
Yeah, well, everybody has their things.
Yeah. Name the me? Do I go?
I believe it's your Christmas fire question.
Name the 4 main reasons for home fires over the holidays.
All right, so Lisa and I said tree.
Over the holidays.
We said the tree. We said the wreath. We said the power strip. We
turkeys,
said
the
turkeys.
candles.
The candles. Let's see. Mac Grice. Stoves, cigarettes, trees, and lights.
Cigarettes. That's
Cigarettes. Didn't think of
good.
that.
Fireplace?
Yeah. Joan Asher. Dead trees, electrical wires, burnt turkeys. Mac Rice said he liked that answer. Turkey fryer. Joan Asher says fireplaces. Liz Batapede. Trees, and then the number 3. Oh, that might be a typo. Candles, turkey fryer.
I don't know what else. I mean,
Kirsten says Christmas tree, candles, cigarettes, turkey fryer, and too many things plugged into outlet.
ooh, good.
that's a
yeah,
good one.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's it.
Yeah, so in order, it's Christmas trees, Christmas lights on homes.
Ah.
That's the one I said would kill you because he loves to, decorate all over the outside of the house. Candles and cooking.
Cooking, okay.
No, well,
turkey.
turkey.
Yeah, everyone got
It
everything.
works.
Yeah,
All
everyone
right.
did a really good job.
Dino was Fred's pet. What was the name of Barney's pet? Lisa said Joey, and Sally had nothing. Lambro says Hoppy. Andy Plagano says ball gag.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
Yeah, everybody else is getting it right. It is Hoppy. That was his name, Hoppy.
Really?
Yeah.
Hoppy.
Hoppy the Hopperoo.
Me too. I did the
Hoppy-
laugh that you
Hoppy
did.
the
I did that
kangaroo,
monkey's
yeah.
laugh. Oh, we're serious now.
Oh.
Oh,
You.
you got it.
I like ball gag. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is good.
But yes, Hoppy the Hopperoo, Barney used to
so
call him.
funny.
I don't even remember it.
How many?
Oh, you know what? That's what I
Oh,
want to show
sorry.
you. Let me show you. I bet you'll remember him as soon as you see his picture. Because that's what did it for me. As soon as I saw his picture, I said, oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
I only remember the ones that were in the vitamins. That's it. Because I remember picking out the vitamins too. Like you left the orange for your brother.
Oh,
You remember
yeah.
Hoppy?
No.
No,
No?
not really.
Wow.
Prehistoric kangaroo.
She's like mad.
I'm so
Prehistoric
angry.
kangaroo.
Stupid prehistoric
Yeah,
kangaroo.
no, that's just bad writing.
Yeah.
It's the Flintstones.
Bad imagination. Bad.
How many husbands has Yoko Ono had?
Lisa said 3. I said 2. Joan says 4. Andrew says 2. Matt says 2. Elizabeth says 3. Johnny Lambro says 3. Mac Rice says he loves her albums. I love those. They make me laugh.
He's the only one.
They make me laugh so bad. I don't think they're good.
Oh,
but
okay.
But it makes me laugh.
Oh.
So I like them. Kirsten says 2. Comedian Johnny Lambro says Ozzy's never going to die.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
And Mac Rice agrees. He puts the closed captioning on for all of the BBC shows he watches.
That makes me feel better.
And then he says Doctor Who rules.
Yes.
It's very good.
There is an Irish movie about 2 roommates with CP. I couldn't understand anything, but my dental hygienist wife understood everything. Oh, my
Oh my God,
Andy
That's
Pajanos.
so funny.
It's a lot of information
Yeah.
in just a few words. So
Yeah,
that
no,
was,
it's
right?
true.
Very
Yeah.
concise.
Beckett, as a dental hygienist, she must understand everything. That's
Wow.
so funny.
And I
So-
just don't. I don't.
Is it 2?
No,
It's not?
Oh, I'm shocked.
it's 3. So she was married in 1956 and divorced in 1962 to a Toshi
Oh.
Yikiyangagi. I'm not
I'm
even
sure
kidding.
you said that right.
Ikiyangagi.
You have an icky yangagang.
Yeah,
I'm
that
serious.
sounds like
I'm
something
doing it
you'd say at the
phonetically.
playground.
But
Yeah,
it's
but then-
spelled.
Oh, go ahead.
It's spelled ICH
Icky.
ick.
Ick.
ICHI
Icky.
Icky.
Or
Yeah.
itchy.
Itchy.
YAN. So yang.
I have an itchy yang. That's bad.
And then
That's
AGI
medication.
Aggie.
AGI.
Icky yangagi. Yeah.
Sounds like something you need penicillin for.
Yeah. So.
But now, all right, so that's a marriage I wasn't aware of.
Okay.
But now, so marriage number 2, his last name was Cox.
Yeah.
Or is
So,
Cox. I don't know if he's alive.
Tony Cox.
Tony Cox.
Married in 1962 and annulled in 63. And then 5.5 minutes later, she marries John Lennon in 1963.
No.
Well, yeah, look at
She
the
married
dates.
She married Lennon in 69.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm reading it wrong. She was married to Cox from 63 to 69.
Well, who isn't married to Cox?
Yeah, well, if you're a lesbian. 69. Then John Lennon, 69.
So
and then he
she
died.
had Cox
So-
in 69.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
69ing her
I'm
Cox.
just going to clarify that
Yeah,
Cox was in 69. Okay.
Yeah.
Lennon got divorced in 68 and then married Yoko in 69. Okay. And then
Who did he divorce, Sally? Do you know? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
what's
what was
her
it?
name?
What was
Who
her
did Lennon
name?
divorce in 68?
Julian Lennon's mother, Cynthia, was her name.
Oh, Cynthia.
And then Tony Cox and Yoko had a daughter together.
That
He
he stole.
he grabbed the daughter and took off. She didn't see the kid again for 30 years. Because he took off with the daughter. Nobody knew where they went.
He went off the grid and he just lived off the grid
Yeah.
with this 3-year-old. However, but she was like 31 the first time that she met her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, she was probably like 5 or 6 when.
Knowing
when
Yoko, she wasn't even looking for
Probably
her.
not. Yeah. She didn't even know she was gone.
She actually has refused to give up the details as to how they finally found each other.
Wow.
I'm
The
going to
daughter
start.
probably found her, and she's
I'm
like,
I'm
"All
actually going to restart that. Yoko was looking for her because they used to talk about it in interviews. But then when Yoko said, by now, my daughters are grown up, she obviously doesn't want to find me. So she did give up. And then they did eventually reconnect, but they have not released
wanted
details
tickets.
on how they.
Yeah.
She wanted tickets.
They were Cox on the run.
That was great. That was awesome.
was very irreverent. I apologize.
No, that's awesome.
All right, so I just want to point out, you guys said it was a bad question.
It was a good question.
You were literally pointing too. So
Two people answered the question before I retracted it.
Oh, okay.
They knew it was a Muppet movie.
Yeah.
And Ken Pichelle says it was a good question.
Okay.
Bad question.
He's actually wrote great question is what he wrote.
Yeah, well, now that because I love that band.
Me too.
I always thought it was Liberty DeVito, to be honest with you. That's just my own dream.
Oh, yeah.
I was part of the Muppet fan club, so I can't believe I missed it. No, for real. Have the little newsletter
Really?
at home. Yeah, again,
Really?
my mom.
You should have
hoarding
led
paper.
with that. That's amazing.
I know, I should have. I really. And you worry about being a dork.
All right, so Beansy's now watching. Beansy, you promised us Chaz Palminteri, Lisa here and her husband, especially her husband, huge fans of Chaz. Beansy, get on it.
Lisa tackled Chaz essentially in somewhere deep in
Yep.
Manhattan to meet him. So.
All right, so what question did I go? Oh, what president signed the first federal income tax law?
I think we're right.
It was 3% on incomes over $600. So who was the president? Was it Lincoln, Jefferson, or Adams? John Quincy Adams. Both Sallie and Lisa said John Quincy Adams. Kirsten agrees with you guys. So does Plajanos. So does Ken Pichelle. Mac Rice says Lincoln. Ken Pichelle also thinks it was Adam only because Andy Plajanos said so. Well, Mac Rice is correct. It is
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
I actually almost just said Mac Rice said Lincoln because he's really smart.
Is he? Mac Rice is really smart?
Yeah, wicked smart.
Really?
Wicked smart.
Wicked. All right.
I like that wicked stuff.
Do you know Mac Rice? He's a Hicksville guy.
I don't know.
He graduated with you?
No.
No,
did
you, I think. Yeah?
Oh, then I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, because they're a lot older than us.
They were cooler.
So much cooler. And alive. Like,
And
have you
alive?
heard about his class?
Well, your class, too.
They drop like flies.
There's a lot. We're in double digits already.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
It's
think-
insane.
I think our 2 grades were cursed. Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's ridiculous.
unreal.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think
and
my
weird
brother
shit.
was 84. Now that I think of it, my
Yeah,
brother was 84,
I just said that
right?
to you
Yeah.
yesterday, that I think he
Grillo?
was.
Yeah, Mike Grillo.
Mike Grillo. Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
He didn't really go to class, so that.
Yeah, I pictured dungaree jacket.
Yep, that was it.
Chain, like wallet chain.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dead on balls accurate.
Wow.
Am I allowed to say that?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
We said Cox.
Is it me?
Yeah, I believe we're up to our, as you put it,
Ooh,
our
the
racy.
racy question. What is
I thought
the
it was going to
average?
be more of those. I was excited.
Yeah,
but-
me too.
In 2021, what is the average American bra size?
Lisa and I agreed it's 38D. Kirsten agrees with us.
Oh, yeah.
Elizabeth says 38C. Plajanos says 34D. Mac Rice says XL Tasty. Beansy says 50 triple D. I think he's looking at his own boobies. Ken Pichelle says 36C. And I think that might be it.
So, if you leap back, the average 20 years ago was 34B.
Wow.
Like 20 years ago was 34B.
34B 20 years ago? Okay.
Now it's 34. And just so for guys, if you don't know, the number part is like around your ribs. It's and the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. That's like how far out your boobs are.
I don't understand. Show us.
No. So now it's still 34, which kind of surprised me because I think
Yeah.
as a country we're a little bit fatter.
That's what I thought.
But we're 34 double D.
Whoa.
Wow.
And they asked, bra manufacturers, what do they have to keep on the shelf all the time?
Whoa. Is
Yeah.
it the milk? The hormones? Not our milk.
I don't
Not the
know.
female milk.
I know that, and they were saying, oh, yeah, I might have even wrote it down. There's several reasons why, including inflated cup sizes, plastic surgery, rising obesity, and then also in I don't know if you remember this, but Oprah in 2005 brought on someone who would fit you properly, and people realized that they were wearing ill-fitted bras for like way too long, so that it was upped at that moment.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie about the guys that invented fake boobs? David Schwimmer was in it. He was one of the guys, and then the guy from
Is he like a plastic surgeon?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? Chris Cooper. Chris Cooper and David Schwimmer played the guys who invented it and came up with it.
I'm shocked it was men who invented that.
Yeah, right. That's the name of the movie,
We're
Breast
gonna
Men.
Slit you
It's
open
great.
and insert a bag in your boobs.
That may or may not leak poisonous material into you.
Can I do that?
Well, that's the thing.
Sign me up.
That's the thing. So that's the story of these guys. They invent it.
And
Of course,
we
they
can't
they
believe these
convince
women
all
are
these
doing
women to
it.
do it. And this is the early days of it. So this is the beginning. So, of course, a lot of these women had issues, health issues or the...
Yeah, the saline bags were like linking
It
all
was
over.
Right.
silicone then too, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
that's even worse.
So their business tanked, but then it picked back up to do the removals. So these guys...
So that's where we
Didn't
can
they
make
get
our money.
sued?
Right. These guys, I think they did get sued, but again, they made their money back
Per
by
boob.
doing removals.
Yeah.
It's actually a very interesting story. It's a cool. I enjoyed the movie. I mean, there's a lot of boobies in it, so that was good. But in all honesty, it was an interesting movie.
Any
I thought.
interesting women actresses?
It's
No?
been so long since
Okay.
I've seen it. I honestly don't remember.
And when did this take place? Like
Yeah.
70s?
I think it was late '70s, early '80s, if I'm not
Before
mistaken.
that, women would be like, "Get out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing
I
in the
don't know
movie.
what
they
happened to our
The burning
country.
the
that-
bra thing.
Yeah, that
well,
we
yeah,
would give
that was the
crap,
thing in the
yeah.
movie. Like they had to convince
Oh,
the women that why
Now,
it was a
was
good
the
thing.
movie in 3D?
That'd be funny.
Virtual reality.
Talking boobies.
Talk about selling tickets.
I saw this one and I can't find it.
Just one? No, you usually see two at a time.
It was a Saturday Night Live skit, like in the 70s.
Yeah.
And all like the really cool women of the time that were on Saturday Night Live. Were
Gilda.
Gilda Radner.
It was-
Jane Curtin.
Yeah, and there were I
Jane, you
I
ignorant
actually
slut.
think I think Allie
Lorraine Newman.
Kirsty was on too. So maybe it was like later.
No, she was unless she was there
No,
as a
she was
host.
just a host,
Oh
or-
yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it must have been later.
Anyway,
yeah.
it was
Good
really
years.
funny, but they were like it was kind of like a Star Trek thing, and they're like
Well,
the
she was in
aliens.
she was in Star Trek.
So maybe that's why. So they come back to Earth and they want to teach like men and but through and so their eyes like they've no eyes, but their eyes are on their nipples. And they're like through like evolution of men just looking there, their eyes
That's where the eyes slowly
fell
gravitate.
down.
Good idea.
Gravitated down, and they're
That's
like, but we're
awesome.
here to answer all your questions. We could solve, like all your solar issues and your like everything that's
Yeah,
going
poverty,
on.
hunger.
We can solve. You just have to ask us. We have a limited amount of time, and they're like, do you when it's sunny out? And all these questions about their nipples and their eyes, and do you have to put drops in your? It was like all these like weird ass questions just about the nipples, and they're like, all right, and then they leave.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest thing.
Could have solved world hunger, famine.
Right.
Nope. But we know the areola.
I will tell you right now, and I've said it before. Men have been in charge way too long. We've had our chances to make things right. The world is a mess. Put women in charge. All the world leaders should be women. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, said that.
No pressure.
You guys will fight, but you'll make up quicker than men will, and you won't fight as bad as men. You won't go to war.
No, we'll just talk behind each other's
just
back.
yell at you.
Right.
We'll just be like,
If men are going to continue to be in charge, well, then they should. It should be some kind of law with the United Nations or something that weed and prostitutes have to be at all world leader meetings, because then they'll just be happier and they'll get something done for once.
they won't get anything done. They'll be on weed.
I think just the opposite. I think they'll get things done and they won't fight. I've said it here. Words of wisdom.
Again, Hicksville High School
That's
people.
right.
Yeah.
So,
according to a 2019 study with over I'm going to start that again. According to a 2019 study with over 20,000 couples, the majority of couples have sex how many times a month? Lisa said 7. Sally said 20. Let's see, what do we got here? Elizabeth says 4.
4.
Ken Pichelle asked if it's together. Plajano said 15 to 20. Kirsten said 4. Matt Grice said 6. Beansy said 10. Ken Pichelle says 5.5.
Oh, okay.
Matt Grice says people are going to lie on the survey. Joan Asher says she just commented with the letter Y. I don't know. Elizabeth Batapete
I'm
says.
going to take this. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh boy. Elizabeth
Okay.
Elizabeth Batapete said, where'd it go? She's where'd it go? Oh, she said every day if it was up to her.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Matt Grice also assumed we were talking married couples.
I can't believe we went there.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Let's see. Anything else? Now everybody's saying hi to each other.
Okay, now. Good time.
Andy Bojano says, I love the assumption is that Kevin's mother in Home Alone didn't work.
Oh, we went there too. Sorry.
Yep. Wow.
Hicksville in the 80s was a bit closed off. I'm just going to keep blaming it on that.
Yep.
Wow, yeah.
Andrew Fremder heard that John Lennon has a very small yellow submarine. Oh. Joe Beansy says, after the holidays, you will have Chaz on your show. Yay! I promise you.
Wow, we got Chaz.
That'll be the day that you come back and your husband will be here.
Yeah.
You guys can sit on that couch right over there.
Can we make out?
With Chaz?
Yeah. Exactly.
Are you asking me, or are you talking about you and your husband on the couch?
I don't
there's
know.
so many ways that went
I don't
there.
know. Now there's so many choices.
So basically, who's ever here that day?
It's a free-for-all.
Yeah. That'll be a good show.
Yeah. Tune in, people.
And Joan Asher, she doesn't believe it. Beansy has been known to promise things and not come through. I think it was 2 or 3 times he promised coming here with food, and he never brought it. He never showed up.
I would have brought food, but
What are you looking for? Oh, sorry.
I think a pen.
You need paper?
I would have brought food, but I had no preparation. Nobody.
Oh, that's all right.
I would have brought Christmas presents.
Everything okay? Yeah, okay.
Wow, I'm flailing wildly. So, everyone, again, I'm Italian.
You're doing great, and I'm thrilled that you're here, by the way.
I'm just happy to be here with you guys.
I miss you.
Same.
A lot.
A lot.
Let's see. All right, so where were we?
So what was the answer?
The answer is, you ready for this? The answer is twice.
We are failing as a nation. If this is a national survey.
And that's why I said with men in charge in the world, if they had weed and prostitutes, guys are so much happier when they get it.
100%.
Right. It makes a world of difference.
Yep. My husband's in a bad mood. I know how I'm going to cure this.
Right.
There were 2 things.
So he must be a real cranky bastard. If he's not, he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that.
It's just true.
It
food
cheers
and sex.
you up.
I'm so sorry, but it's not a lot of.
I can go without the food.
Yep.
If you're cranky, it's the perfect way to get out of it.
Yep.
Or if you're in a good mood, it's the perfect way to celebrate the good mood and enhance the good mood. So the answer for
I'm so sorry. I tried to.
The answer was 20,000 couples. How many times a month do they have sex?
Yeah.
The answer was twice.
Twice, Sally. I know. I said
that's
I said that's disappointing as a nation if it's national.
All right, get this. 26% of couples were having sex once a week. So most couples were doing it only twice a month, and only 26% of couples were having sex once a week. This is very poor.
I need to know the age span.
Yeah,
are we talking
I wanna
about?
see,
Are we
is it
including the geriatric?
medium mode?
Yeah, medium mode. Mean.
These people need to step up.
I just need that.
You need that?
I need to know if this was worldwide. I need way more specifics on that
the
one.
article didn't say, actually.
Yeah. Next time, no. Get a better article, please.
So Sam got into Farmingdale.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Sam got into SUNY
Yeah.
Farmingdale.
That's
her oldest son. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very excited.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
He's 21.
He is.
We should have hooked him up.
I was going to ask you later.
Oh, you were going to ask me later about hooking him? Why would you ask me? Why don't you ask her? She's right there.
I don't know.
So congratulations to Sam getting into
Yes.
Farmingdale.
That's
And this is he wants to get into finance.
Yeah.
So what kind of major is that? Business major?
Business major.
It is a business major.
Yeah. And Farmingdale, we were graduating from Hicksville High School. Farmingdale was like kind of a crappy college, and
Yeah.
it's like not that anymore. Like
It
the
was
last,
2 year, I think, when we were.
It was
Yeah,
2 years, but
and
I wouldn't
now-
say it was crappy.
It was like
I went there.
It was like a small little bungalow. Like it was like
I
It
stand
was very
behind that.
small.
If you went,
yeah.
Well, I didn't graduate.
No, yeah. Okay, well there you go.
We went there like a
No.
couple of years ago, and you were on campus. I'm like, this is Farmingdale. Like the last like 10 years, and only half the students get in that apply.
Wow.
Isn't that like crazy? You know, I mean, it's not like Columbia where only 6% get in, but still, you know. So I'm proud of him. He was like excited about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just for going to college.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You know, kudos.
Yeah.
Not everybody does it. Not everybody wants to.
Yeah. So.
So, Beansy. So while you were gone, Beansy said that he promised. He actually wrote that he promises that in 2022, Chaz Palminteri will be in here with us. So now he just wrote. I don't know. He wrote February 9th, 2022 at 8 p.m. on Fox. I have no idea why he wrote that. Oh, wasn't he on? Didn't he film Chef? What's the chef show?
Oh, Beansy got on. He's going to be on TV.
Maybe
Nice.
that's what it is.
Okay.
What?
All right.
What's the chef show where the people go up there and
They
get
compete
judged
against
on
each
their?
other, and
I have no idea.
don't
I don't
know.
follow that stuff either.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
but yeah, Beansy did film one over the summer, and he said it would be on there in the
Is
new
he
year.
a chef? Like, does he cook?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
He's a retired
I
chef.
think he eats more than he cooks.
Yes.
Because he lives with his mom and mother-in-law and wife, and they all cook him meals all day long.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a kind of a job of the hut. Not saying about his
He's
physical
like,
appearance, but like
"Bring me
the bring me,
The
you know.
croissants. Bring me.
Oh,
he just does this.
Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, I was going to say Hell's Kitchen. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was still on.
Yeah.
Isn't that with Gordon Ramsay?
I think so. I have no
I
idea.
don't know, but it would be fun to watch him get yelled at then.
Everybody's
Mommy doesn't yell at me. Oh, she does.
everybody's congratulating Sam.
Yeah, thanks.
Matt
really
Grice said he
excited.
got his associates from SUNY Farmingdale, and you said he's wicked smart. So there you go.
Oh, he
There
is
you go.
wicked smart.
But Janos wants to know if Lisa's daughter likes trees and Knockem.
Yeah.
We make fun of her oldest. He
still
still
likes to climb
as a
trees.
21-year-old, he loves climbing
He loves
trees.
climbing trees.
And he loves the game Knockem. That's
I
what.
remember Knockem.
Do you?
Yeah. it's
I never heard of it
It's
before
like
him, so-
volleyball, only you catch it instead
Yes,
of hit it.
you catch
Yeah,
it.
he's
Knockem.
a big fan of that game too. So.
He loved it in
I
high
am
school and at
a
a
fan of it.
park.
So we'll
Was
set
it
her
at
son
a
up
park
again?
one time? He saw people playing and he was like, "Oh, Newcomb, I remember that." So he tried to play, and then it turned out to be this like family gathering. They asked him to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, he just
He's
helped
like, "I just
himself.
thought
He
it was
just
like the
walked over.
park."
Oh, I would have thought that was
He thought it was
cool.
like all random people playing Newcomb. He's like, "This is like a dream come true. I haven't done this in 10 years." And they were like, "We don't know who you are."
He was in a Knockem stronghold, and he like
He's like,
magnetically
"Oh,
was
man."
drawn. Oh, I would have let him play. Those people were mean. Yeah, Knockem, but I didn't do the hunt down a man and kill them, whatever you played.
Kill
Right.
the guy.
Assassinate.
Kill the guy. All right, Woodland Avenue people. Didn't you play Kill the Guy?
Matt, where did Matt Grice? What elementary school did he go
I don't
to?
know where Matt went.
Oh, all right. Beansy says yes. It is the Gordon Ramsay show.
See?
So all right. So February. What was it? February 9th. We get to see Beansy on TV. So if you hit it big and you become a celebrity, then maybe you'll finally get your ass in here. How many times did he promise us he was coming, and he never? 3 times. And the last one he promised steak because he's a retired
Did you
chef.
just put 4 up?
Oh, was it 4?
I was like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw 3. Sorry. The last time he promised a steak. So not only did I not get a steak, but he didn't show either. So he didn't even drop off the steak, which is what I wanted more than him. So there you go.
It's really not a steak venue. I'm just looking around.
Everywhere is a steak venue. They actually have decent food here.
here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have this shrimp quesadilla that's like
I had those
too good to be here.
when I saw Dice.
Really good.
Good to be here.
Well,
Yeah.
you
I
don't
understand
expect in
what
like
you're
a
saying.
comedy
Yep.
place that you like. If I went to like a regular restaurant and got it, I'd be like, "This is amazing."
And the drinks are strong here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe that was why I was so loosey-goosey with Dice.
Yeah.
maybe.
With your bosom.
It was my sex on the beach I was drinking.
Nice.
Do you real stuff? Like last time I drank that, I was like 16.
I know, that's why I did it. I was like, oh, they have sex on the beach.
I don't know what that
Let me
is.
relive my youth.
Now I'm like the part of the gang.
Yeah. Now I feel like it's not a Seagram's wine cooler.
Matt Grice went to Burns Avenue, and they called it "Kill the Ball Carrier."
Kill the ball carrier. No,
Kill the
kill the
ball.
guy.
Yeah.
Kill the guy.
Kill the guy with the ball.
And then whoever, and we had to bring, because they didn't, the gym teachers, even though I love Mr. Quinlan, wouldn't give you the ball to play. You had to bring your own, the playground ball.
Ours were like always deflated. You ever notice that?
Oh, yeah.
They're just like, bam, they hit the floor, made that noise, that exact noise. It was just a, you know.
Ours were good. Yeah, we had the good.
We didn't have good balls.
We had good balls at Woodland Avenue.
But and then now you watch kids play dodgeball. They're basically throwing pillows at each other. It's awful.
No fun.
It's no fun at all.
Your head has to go back when you get hit in the face.
You have to snap your neck.
Absolutely.
It's no fun until the neck gets snapped.
I miss dodgeball, man. I miss it.
Dodgeball.
We used to play basket dodge. Did you guys play basket dodge?
Where you had to what? Like what are the rules?
I do
It's the
remember it was
same.
a combination of basketball and dodgeball.
Same regular dodgeball rules, but you get a basket. Your teammates who were out get to come back.
Up, right? Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So so it was always.
Can they catch the ball off the backboard if it doesn't go in and you're out? Like how would you get out if you went and you took a shot?
Well, if someone hit you with a ball while you're taking a shot,
right.
so the idea was to collect all the balls.
Yep.
He's the ball holder.
And I know you guys are good at collecting balls. So get all the balls, hold them, and then take your shot. My water.
Water.
She's from Hicksville, and she speaks like she's from California. Where's your water?
Sounds better than me going, you got some water?
Water.
I have a cough. Can I have some coffee? What the hell is that?
Or just dropping the R's, pretending they don't exist. Huh. I was talking to huh.
Right.
I do that all the time.
Absolutely.
I'm aware of it, everyone. I know. I know my impediment.
All right. We're out.
Okay.
This was fun.
This was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. My flailing. I'll flail one more time. Woo. Yeah. Just to
flail. Why not?
Just to flail. Why not? It's fun. It's exercise.
There you go. It is Tuesday. Gov's Comedy Club podcast. There is nothing on again until tomorrow night at 7:30.
No.
Yes. Hockey has canceled for tonight.
Okay.
Comedians on Hockey has canceled.
Did they? Because when I was going to see them tonight, I was going to tell them that the studio's closed next week. Did you tell them that?
No, but I will tell them.
Yeah, tell them.
I will let them
know. And maybe
know.
they'll change their tune.
So yeah, Comedians on Hockey has canceled for tonight, so they will not be here. Mac Grice volleyball on a racquetball court. A volleyball on a racquetball court. What's volleyball?
A racquetball court is like the only time I ever.
I know
played
what a racquetball court is. I'm asking what volleyball is.
That's what that is. I think it's volleyball on a racquetball court.
And do you hit it like
so
a?
You got to smack the ball over the cement. What?
Again, I'm not an athlete.
Well. Oh.
Sally's ass is quacking.
I was going to say, Sallie, your butt is quacking.
The best part, though, Sallie was even like, what's that?
She was like, what is that?
Well,
looking at her own ass.
The duck sound is my sister Cindy. And so when I walk from the car there's a lot of birds out there. I don't know why, right?
There's always, there's
like
a deli next door.
loud birds all the time, like from the parking lot to in here. And every time I walk past, I'm like, oh, Cindy's calling. I'm always like touching my ass.
Just the seagulls looking for your coffee.
That's so funny.
Volleyball is fun, but it was 30 years ago. 3D volleyball. Volleyball is awesome, says Andy Plajanos. I don't know what volleyball is. So it's on a racquetball court, you're saying?
I think.
You don't know?
No, a racquetball court is this closed-in thing for me with like this little window and a door.
Yeah, and I picture it as a
so
rubber
I can't
room.
Right.
So with the if you use a playground ball.
We're racket. Because Matt Grice is saying you can play off the walls. Net is in the middle of the court.
Oh. So it's like asylum volleyball.
Do you use a racket or do you just hit it with your hand?
There you go. That's the other question.
I'm assuming it's
just
with your hand. Now, Joe Beangee's telling us to play pickleball.
Is that handball in this rubber room where we just get nailed in the head with the handball?
like a
How about
shortened
hacky sack?
Pickleball is like a shortened volleyball court or a tennis court. Sorry,
right? But
yeah,
but it looks like tennis.
It's tennis only to
So
like
it's
a
just
shortened
angry tennis
court.
You
Yeah,
know, it's like I'm gonna hit you with that hard and. She's going to come at you with this racket.
I wasn't sure if you were still talking about sports, though, in the way you said that. Google a picture of it, says Ken Pichelle. All right.
All right, we will.
We will. All right. Now Mac Rice is laughing at us. All right, everybody have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Again, thank you so much, Lisa. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Hope it's not the last. You play with your hands, according to Mac Rice. So there is so no hockey tonight. We're not here tomorrow because it's Wednesday. We're not here on Wednesdays. So tomorrow night at 7:30 will be Donversations, and then Sally and I will be back here on Thursday with Andy and Liz and Kirsten as we have our little holiday, our last show for the holidays, last show for the year.
Right.
Very nice. Very nice. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you Thursday. See ya.